Imagine this for a moment. People around you are dying and horrifying in mysterious ways, yet no one understands what is causing it. The movies start with Ben and Sean. They are two ambitious American software developers who have traveled all the way to Russia to pitch their revolutionary new mobile app, a tool that helps users find nearby parties and events. On their way to the big meeting, they even spot two American girls using their app, which feels like a total whim, but things are about to go from a dream to an absolute nightmare before they even see a single alien. When they finally walk into the investor's office expecting the meeting of their lives, they are hit with a brutal betrayal. Standing there is their business partner, Skylar. She didn't just beat them to the meeting, she completely stole their idea, presented the app as her own creation, and had the investor throw Ben and Sean out onto the street. Talk about a stab in the back. Devastated and frustrated, the guys head to a local nightclub later that night to drown their sorrows. While trying to forget the betrayal, Sean catches the eye of a beautiful girl, but of course, she's hanging out with Skylar. However, luck seems to turn when they spot those same two American girls from earlier, Annie and Natalie, using their app. They use it as the perfect icebreaker, introduce themselves, and for a brief second, the night actually looks promising. But just as the drinks are flowing and the vibe is right, the entire club plunges into darkness. The music cuts. Every single cell phone dies instantly. Thinking it's just a standard blackout, the crowd rushes outside into the cool night air. But what they see up there changes everything. The night sky is glowing with an eerie, unnatural yellow smoke. Then, mysterious translucent yellow orbs begin descending quietly from the clouds, floating down into the city streets like silent predators. One of these glowing anomalies drifts right toward Sean's group. Everyone freezes, completely paralyzed by fear. A brave, or rather foolish, police officer cautiously steps forward and taps the floating light with his nightstick. In a horrifying split second, the invisible entity violently pulls him in and burns him alive, turning him to ash right before their eyes. Chaos absolutely erupts. Hundreds of these invisible, glowing entities start raining down, massacring people left and right. Sean, Ben, Natalie, and Annie sprint back inside the nightclub for cover, but these things don't care about walls. They smash through the glass, hunting down anything that breathes. It becomes terrifyingly clear that these aren't just lights, they are highly advanced, predatory alien creatures. And here's the kicker. They see the world entirely in shades of gray, but humans glow bright to them like neon signs. One by one, people are grabbed and literally disintegrated into dust. In a moment of pure desperation, someone lights a bottle of alcohol on fire and hurls it at a creature. Miraculously, the beast recoils and retreats. Fire actually scares them. Seizing the moment, Skylar manages to slip back into the club, and the group dives into a heavy reinforced storage room, slamming the door just as the slaughter peaks outside. Locked away in the dark, they manage to survive on the room supplies for 5 agonizing days. But isolation breeds paranoia. The suffocating fear and rising tension lead to explosive arguments within the group. By day 5, their food is gone and the silence from the outside world is deafening. Not a single sound for 27 hours. Believing the coast might finally be clear, they steel their nerves and step back out into a ghost town. The streets of Moscow are completely dead, littered with abandoned cars and an eerie, heavy silence. They try to navigate the wreckage, even crossing paths with an elderly Russian woman whose warnings they can't understand. Their goal is the U.S. Embassy, but when they reach the bridge leading to it, they find the middle section completely blown apart. Trapped with no clear path across the river, they are forced to improvise. They spot a police car near Red Square and decide to scavenge it. Skylar and the girls hide while Ben and Sean rush the vehicle, breaking into the trunk to find a map and a shotgun. But just as they grab the weapon, a stray dog nearby starts barking frantically at empty space. Suddenly, the dog vanishes into a cloud of ash. The danger is right on top of them. Skylar and the girls bolt into a nearby shopping mall, while Ben and Sean have no choice but to dive underneath a parked car. Within seconds, a creature floats by. As it approaches, its intense electrical energy triggers the car's alarm and causes the headlights to flicker wildly. The invisible monster circles the vehicle inches away from their faces, before drifting off into the dark. Reuniting inside the mall, they discover a commercial plane has literally crashed into the building. Skylar wants to stay put and wait for a rescue team, but Ben and Sean know that sitting still means dying. They realize something crucial from their time under the car. These aliens are walking power plants. Their presence forces any nearby electronics to switch on. Using their heads, the group constructs makeshift necklaces out of glowing light bulbs. If a bulb lights up, an alien is close. It's a genius early warning system, and it's put to the test immediately. While moving through the mall, Sean's bulb suddenly flares to life. He freezes. A creature passes so close he can hear it. Natalie panics and tries to run, but Sean pins her against a glass wall, forcing her to stay still. The creature drifts right past them. Sean realizes it. They are standing behind thick glass. The alien's bizarre electrical vision can't penetrate glass surfaces. Armed with this new knowledge, they finally reach the US Embassy, only to find their last beacon of hope completely pulverized. The ground is buried under thousands of spent bullet casings. Realizing humanity fought a losing battle here, they head into the control room and find chilling global reports. The entire world fell in just 3 minutes. There are no weapons that work. The only advice left behind? Go underground. Sean finds a functioning radio, but the broadcast is entirely in Russian. Suddenly, they spot Skylar wandering out on the street alone through the monitors, with a horde of aliens closing in. They sprint outside to save her, but the flashing headlights of nearby cars warn them it's too late. Skylar, in a final act of redemption for her betrayal, yells at them to run, firing her rifle blindly into the air to draw the creatures away. She is instantly turned to ash, giving Ben and Sean just enough time to escape into the shadows. Desperate for shelter, they spot a faint light inside an abandoned building and slip inside only to find a gun pointed straight at their faces. It's a young woman named Vika, who relaxes once she realizes they are human. She takes them to a hidden room completely encased in heavy metal walls, built by a brilliant tinkerer named Serge. Serge explains that the metal shielding blocks all electrical currents, making the room completely invisible to the aliens. Since Vika speaks Russian, she translates the radio broadcast Sean found, revealing a massive secret. A nuclear submarine is waiting in the Moscow River, and it leaves tomorrow morning for a safe haven. Even better, Serge shows them his secret weapon, a custom-built microwave gun that can temporarily disrupt the aliens' electrical shields. But before they can celebrate, a creature detects the girls scavenging for supplies in the upper floors. They sprint back to the safe room, but in their blind panic, the heavy door doesn't latch completely. The alien forces its way in. Serge bravely fires his microwave gun, and the energy beam freezes the creature, stripping away its light and revealing its horrifying true extraterrestrial form for the first time. But the weapon's battery dies. The alien recovers instantly, vaporizing Serge in a flash of light. Sean and Ben escape through a secret hatch, while Natalie blows up a diesel tank to slow the monster down. Tragically, Annie freezes in pure terror and is reduced to dust before she can move. The remaining survivors burst onto the streets and are suddenly rescued by a heavily armed squad of Russian resistance fighters, wearing crude metal armor and wielding flamethrowers and custom explosives. They manage to batter the aliens back, proving they can be hurt even if they can't be easily killed. During the chaos, Sean spots a strange glowing black stone left behind by a wounded alien and pockets it. The soldiers agree to guide them to the river, but the journey through the dark subway tunnels goes horribly wrong. Vika trips onto the tracks during an ambush and is brutally consumed before Sean's eyes. Driven by pure grief and adrenaline, the final survivors reach the river and board a small boat, only to witness a massive, terrifying whirlwind of energy pulling metal and minerals straight out of the earth. The horrifying truth clicks. This wasn't an invasion to destroy humanity. It was a strip mining operation for Earth's resources. Just as they spot the submarine, a nearby building collapses, throwing everyone into the freezing water. Sean, Natalie, and one of the soldiers make it to the sub, but in the chaos, Natalie gets separated. Refusing to leave her behind, Sean and the soldier head back into the war zone. They throw cell phones onto the street as an alarm system, and when the phones start ringing, the trap is set. Sean uses the microwave gun to freeze the approaching alien, and the soldier blows it to pieces with a heavy rocket. The shield can be broken, and the monsters can bleed. They find Natalie trapped inside an abandoned bus, but the soldier realizes they need an edge, so he pours water all over the asphalt. The aliens' electrical forms hate the wet ground, slowing them down. Suddenly, 3 aliens close in at once. The soldier blasts them with the microwave gun, exposing them all, but the bus Natalie is inside suddenly starts moving on its own. An alien is literally dragging the vehicle away. Sean fires his microwave gun, disabling the creature's shield, but he's out of ammo. Remembering the strange black stone he found earlier, he hurls it directly into the exposed alien core. A massive, blinding explosion rocks the street, completely vaporizing the creature and freeing Natalie. They sprint back to the submarine, battered but alive. While the Russian soldiers choose to stay behind and fight for their homeland, the submarine dives into the deep waters. As they escape, the radio crackles to life with inspiring news. Resistance groups all across the globe have figured out how to fight back, and humanity is finally winning the war. Bound together by survival and loss, Sean and Natalie prepare to join the global fight to take back their planet. It makes you wonder, if an advanced alien race invaded tomorrow just to strip our planet of its natural resources, do you think humanity would actually find a way to unite and fight back? Or would we fall apart in the dark? Drop your thoughts in the comments below, and don't forget to like and subscribe for more intense survival stories. See you in the next video. Thanks for watching.